Welcome to OESH Create. We're making a Peep toe slide. Cut each pattern out along the labeled cut line. And pin your patterns to your fabric. Cut along the label cut line again. And repeat for the other shoe. Now repeat for the shoe lining. We reused an old bed sheet. Pin the fabric and lining with the fronts facing each other. And repeat for the other shoe. Mark 2 inches on the inside edges to leave unsewn to turn the fabric out later. Prepare for a 3/8 inch seam allowance. And sew, keeping the edge of the fabric on the 3/8 inch line. You should end up with this opening. And repeat. Trim all the corners off and cut off extra fabric. And repeat. Now use the opening to turn the pieces inside out. Use a crochet hook or chopstick to help push out the corners. And repeat. Iron the edges and fold in the extra fabric. Iron to create more of an edge and repeat. Then blind stitch the openings. Now to mark the holes, cut along the line of holes on the patterns and line up accordingly. Neatly mark the holes with a neutral pen. Most of these marks will be covered with stitching, and repeat. Time to stitch to the OESH sole. Cut about 8 feet of wax thread and thread a thick sewing needle. We'll be starting with the inside bottom circle hole. Stitch through the edge of the sole, then through the first marked hole of the fabric, and pull the thread through, leaving about 4 to 6 inches. Double knot your tail and stitching thread. Now for the blanket stitch. Hold your stitching thread to the left of the holes and pierce through the next hole in the sole, then through the next marked hole in the fabric. Pull through and tighten, and continue stitching along the marked holes. Keeping your stitches on top of the fabric. You will pause the stitching fabric at the top circle hole marked here. Then continue stitching just the OESH sole, keeping track of the next marked circle hole where you will start the fabric again. And continue stitching. The fabric should end at the other bottom circle hole. Then continue just stitching the sole up to the last available hole. Then double knot the 2 thread ends. For a secure finish, thread under a few stitches, then through the inside of the shoe, and trim. Repeat for the other shoe. And now enjoy your new OESH Creates.